Hey everyone, Hitesh here from ET's personal tech team. Now here is the Realme 2 Pro. Realme you know as the sub-brand of Oppo, and they have launched already the Realme 1, the Realme 2, and now this is the third phone in the Realme series. So let's open it up and see what we get in the box. Before that, just want to show you the outside of the box. Since this is a pre-launch unit, there's actually nothing in terms of specs, no sticker, price, anything of that sort. So the final retail box might look slightly different, but anyhow, the box contents will be the same. This is the blue version, although there are going to be two additional colors available. Now, looking at this device and looking at the specifications, actually the Realme strategy seems to be getting a little bit clearer, because they had the Realme 1, which we actually have right here, and we still think is a great device. It's still on sale, so if you want to go and check that out, still great value because of the Helio P60 processor. And there is a 6 gigs RAM and 128 GB storage available for 14,000 rupees. So that's the Realme 1. Now, when they launched the Realme 2, which is this one, we thought it was the successor, but actually the Realme 2, maybe not a real successor to the Realme 1. It's actually quite a bit of a downgrade, and we mentioned that in the review as well. So in terms of all the specs, quite a bit reduced. This is the Snapdragon 450 and this is a Helio P60 in the Realme 1. So Realme 2 is more for somebody who wants to get a phone in a budget but still wants a premium design. This has fairly slim bezels. If you want a really big screen feel in a budget of just 9,000 rupees, and it still has that diamond finish on the back. It's got the fingerprint, the dual camera. So for 9,000 rupees, you can still go check that out, but performance obviously is quite limited. Now we move on to the Realme 2 Pro. Now, the 2 Pro is for somebody who wants more performance. In terms of the screen, everything has been bumped up. The resolution has been bumped up. Let's get this plastic off. This is the blue version. The diamond cut back design is gone. Instead, what they're calling the dewdrop design. There's actually a curve to this back panel. It's not glass, by the way. It's polycarbonate, but highly polished polycarbonate. And they call it the dewdrop design because it reflects light so brilliantly. Up front, it's a 6.3-inch FHD plus screen, 19.5:9 aspect ratio. And the big change, of course, here is, let's just power it on and I should be able to show that to you. The big change is that the notch size compared to the Realme 2 over here is actually much reduced. If I show you a close-up of the notch, it's a fairly reduced notch, just has the camera there. The earpiece also has been squeezed right up to the top. So there it is. You can get a closer look at the notch now compared to the Realme 2 on the left and the Pro on the right. So they call it the dewdrop screen and a dewdrop back cover. Because of the curve at the back, the diamond cut design is gone. Actually, I for one am a little sad about that, because that was something unique to Realme, and I wish that it was included even despite the dewdrop design. So there are three colors. There's a black sea, this is the blue ocean, and there is also a lighter blue that's called ice lake blue. In terms of specifications, it's the Snapdragon 660, so a lot more performance for anyone who does want that. There's up to 8 GB of RAM. That will be the top end version, DDR4X RAM. and they have got 128 GB storage option as well. You can expand it up to 256 GB cards, and there will be 464 and 664 options as well. Now around the back, it's a 16 megapixel dual rear camera. It's an f1.7. That's important. It's a really wide aperture now, so should be much better in low light. The secondary camera is for depth sensing alone. It does 4K video. Up front is a 16 megapixel f2.0 front camera, and the phone weighs about 174 grams and is 8.5 millimeters thick. So let's just quickly set it up, and I'll show you the interface, which is Color OS 5.2 based on Android 8.1. Here's a quick comparison of all the three Realme devices kept side by side: the Realme 1, the 2, and the 2 Pro now. So all three will continue to be available for the time being, and then you do have the option of going with this if you want a really good value, if you want the 128 GB version. The Realme 2 if you want the slim bezels, the notch style screen, at a strict budget. 9,000 rupees is the starting price. And the Realme 2 Pro, now we are expecting this to be priced maybe around the 18 to 20,000 rupee range. Hopefully it should be cheaper than the Oppo and the Vivo phones that have this kind of a teardrop or dewdrop style notch. And this we're seeing actually is a stepping stone to the removal of the notch completely. So you can actually see that progression happening with the notch size reducing. Here's a quick look around the Realme 2 Pro. At the bottom, you've got the 3.5, you've got micro USB, you've got the speaker here. Volume is on the left, the SIM card tray as well. The right, you have a power button. Nothing much on the top at all. Phone feels really nice in the hand, quite sturdy, easy to pick up. The corners are rounded. This particular color I feel is the best of all. We have seen quite a few blue colors of late, but the combination blue on the frame and the reflective design on the back actually makes it stand out quite a lot. Now this has fingerprint and face unlock as well. Works really well, pretty fast, and the phone, of course, no issues with performance as well, thanks to that Snapdragon 660, which actually works really well for all kinds of games and whatever apps that you want to do. So this is a look also at the Color OS. You will find out of the box quite a few pre-installed apps right from the get-go. So that is something that not everyone will like, but you can actually go ahead and delete those apps. As you can see over here, as a long press that I'm doing, you can go ahead and click delete if you don't want those pre-installed apps. So that's about it for the Realme 2 Pro. We will be doing a full review. If you have any questions in the meantime, reach out in the comments section or directly on Twitter. Thanks for watching.